Hello there, and thank you very much for joining us today in this new Azure Portal how-to video. Today, we learn how to inventory resources at scale using the Azure Portal and the power of Azure Resource Graph. And for that, we have Adam Abdelhamed, who's going to show us how to do that. So thank you very much for joining us, Adam.
Thank you, Leon. Yeah, so Azure has always given you a way to inventory your resources for a single subscription. You go to Azure Resource Manager, you can query and get that information. But what if you have hundreds of subscriptions with thousands and thousands of resources? Writing that script is actually quite difficult just to even get a count of how many subscriptions you have. So now we have a new service called Azure Resource Graph. And what this thing does is it runs 24 hours a day, and it indexes information about all the resources you have across all your subscriptions at scale. And then on top of it, it provides a KQL-based querying language on top of those resources. We plan on replatting significant portions of the experience, like our search and all of the lists of resources you see here, on top of Resource Graph. But today, we want to talk to you about a tool we've built that lets you really dig in and get to the meat of Azure Resource Graph and what it can provide. So for that, we're going to use the Resource Graph Explorer tool, which I've got pinned to my favorites, but you probably won't have that. So you can go to search and just type Resource Graph Explorer. There it is. And what you're going to see is pretty familiar query editing and execution experience that you'll see in other kind of database solutions. Now, let's just start with the most basic thing, just counting my resources. Like I said before, if I've got a lot of subscriptions, and I do, I have about 37 subscriptions here, then writing that script would be tough. But with Resource Graph, it's as easy as this. I'm going to type count, I'm going to run a query, and there it is. I have over 17,000 resources. And this is enforcing role-based access control and everything else you'd expect. Why don't I go ahead and save this query, and I'll just call it my count.
And one important note, when you say it's enforcing role-based access control, that means you're seeing only the resources that you have access to. If there are more resources on those subscriptions, but you don't have access, they will not come here, right?
That's right. Yeah, so let me go ahead and pin that to my dashboard, which is another cool thing we'll show in a minute. But it could, the KQL query language is much more powerful than that. Let's say I want to get an understanding of the different types of resources I have. Well, that's pretty easy too. Summarize count equals count by type. And now I can see all the different resource types that I have and their counts. And even better, let's say, there's lots of them. Let's say I just want to get a sense of the top 10. So I'll go ahead and I'll say order by count, descending, take 10. So these are the most frequent resources that appear in my subscriptions. I can even come over to the Charts tab, and let's take a look at this as a bar chart. There we go, pretty cool. And I can pin that to my dashboard as well. So this can get pretty sophisticated. On the left, you'll see a tree that shows all the different types of resources that are in the subscriptions I have access to. And I can unfold this and take a look at all the different specific types that I can query on. Rather than doing that one by one, I'm going to switch gears and show you something pretty cool we've done to integrate with Azure dashboards. So here are the tiles that I just pinned when I was in the Resource Graph Explorer and ran those queries. And rather than sit here and try to make a beautiful dashboard on the fly, I've already pre-created one, and we're going to link to it in the description below. So I'm going to go ahead and click Upload, and we'll go into here and grab this dashboard that I've downloaded. And now what this is going to show is basically a whole bunch of queries that target my subscriptions. And if you upload it, it'll show your subscriptions. And it's going to show me a whole bunch of really interesting queries. The count of all my resources, the top 10 that we just looked at. But then there's things like resource-specific queries. How many VMs do I have? How about that split by operating system or by family? You can click on any of these tiles and get a sense of what that query looks like right here in this context pane. So we've done a basic inventory for compute, storage, and networking, and Azure SQL and App Service. So you could download this, you could look at the queries, you could extend it, and you can change it to suit your needs. One final thing I'll show is a new feature we did on Azure Dashboards here, which is filtering. So I can actually come in here and just with a few clicks, filter all of these queries down to a subset of subscriptions. And I do that, and then all the tiles update, and there you go. So using this tool, Azure Resource Graph Explorer, I was able to write some basic queries using the powerful KQL language, create dashboards that I can slice and dice and filter, and of course, if you've seen our other dashboard videos, you can share this dashboard very easily with others in your organization, also using role-based access control.
Thank you very much, Adam. And thanks every one of you for watching. Please try this out and let us know what you think. Leave us a comment in the video, follow us on Twitter, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you very much.